Thank you. Now let's go ahead and welcome the first Black Somali Congresswoman, Ilhan Omar. Hello, everyone. I don't know how this works. Are you all feeling your power? Because I'm here to help you send a message to Amazon that says, you don't work unless we work. Because it is time for corporations like Amazon to recognize that they are not able to make their company work if it is not for the workers. And you, the workers, deserve respect and dignity in your workplace because you are creating profits for these companies. I don't understand how we continue to find ourselves in this place. They continue to put profits over people. People make the companies work. I was out here with you all a couple of years ago in the middle of the freaking cold. We were asking Amazon to improve their standards so you all had a safe place to pray. That there was a place where you can file your complaints if you actually got hurt and got compensated for. That's right. We were talking about Amazon giving you guys a raise. 3.5 years later, we're back here. That's right. Every time I turn on the TV, I see an ad for Amazon. Right? It's bullshit. Because it has all of these really happy people who talk about the kind of pay that they're getting. It talks about their benefits, the fact that they're going to college, they're advancing their careers. They are spending millions and millions of dollars on TV ads while their workers are actually struggling. It is time to spend, it is time, listen. It is time for them to stop spending money on PR and actually just pay the people that work for them. When you're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars in profit, when Jeff Bezos' net worth is $133 billion, what is $3 raise to you, to your employees? Say that. For God's sake, man, just do the right thing. So I'm tired, but I'm not as tired as you all are. So I'm here to uplift your spirit, to make you know that there are people who represent you, myself, Umar Fatah, Emma Greenman, that are here to say, we hear you. We utilize your voice, your pain, your struggles when we hold them accountable in our positions of power. Because these corporations think they are slick. They think they can get away with the harm they are causing to American workers. And we are there to tell them no. So thank you so much for being brave. Thank you for being courageous. Thank you for having the perseverance to say, I chose to work here, and I'm not going to leave until I make it better for everyone else. You get the right to celebrate our dean. We do. Everybody has a right. It is in our Constitution. That is right. So I just want to say a couple of words. Let me see if I can remember my Somali to my Somali brothers and sisters here. Assalamu alaikum. Waxaan aad ugu faraxsanahay horta Amazonyaalka kaleete oo wadankan ku yaalo in idinka ay idin fiirsadaan inaad tihiin Amazonka ugu geesiga dadka ugu geesi badan ay ka shaqeeyaan. Right? Waa run, laakiin rafaadkiina ma waamustiin. Ma waamustiin because banaankaan aad taagan tihiin intaan wadada idin imaaday. Maho, wax kasta oo meeshaan ka suurtagal galayana waxay ugu suurtagelayaan daraadiina intaas ha ilaawina kartiyaa leedihiin xoogaa leedihiin codaa leedihiin dad idinka idin represent gareeyaa leedihiin marka waxaan rabaa inaan intaas idin sheego Amazon way isbedelaysaa bedelkaasiitin wuxuu ku dhacayaa idinka daraadiin mar labaad idinku soo celinaa Amazon way isbedelaysaa bedelkaasiitin wuxuu ku dhacayaa idinka daraadiin marka yaan la idin harowsanin yaan hoos la idin dhigin ogaada inaad Soomaali tihiin inaad dhiig adag tihiin inaad dad adag tihiin inaad karti leedihiin aadaan ani waa idinku faanaa inaan idinka dhashay marka insha Allah guul iyo gobonnimo isku ognahay
Omar. Let's hear another clap. Let's go ahead and for State Representative Emma Greenman, lead author of Minnesota Warehouse Bill. Well, thank you all for being here. It is an honor to follow our Congresswoman, and I am so grateful to be here with all of you. You know, every Minnesota worker, every Amazon worker, but every Minnesota worker deserves to be safe and respected on the job. And that's why you guys are here. And I'll say it takes courage to be out here, no matter who you are, but especially when you're taking on the richest, most powerful company in the world. I stand here with you in solidarity and in the work to keep workers safe and to ensure that we have safe, dignified wages, religious freedom, and all of the things that workers deserve. You know, when Amazon came to Minnesota 7 years ago, they promised safe, dignified wages and good jobs. Have they delivered? No. They failed to keep their promises.
always
They failed to keep their promises on wages, on safety, and on a business model that makes people work at a grueling pace, doesn't tell you what your quotas are, doesn't give you breaks as they should, as legally required, and doesn't give you the religious breaks and freedom that every Minnesotan deserves. They put profits over people. That's not right. So, I want to tell you, as somebody who's been working at the Capitol, I have had lots of friends here. I see Mohammed and Satya, Tyler, and so many others who've come up to the Capitol to share your stories about what it's like to work at Amazon. We had dozens of workers testify about the business model that really treats people like robots, that hurts them, that doesn't compensate them well, and doesn't respect them. That is working. Your stories are working. Your stories are working at the Capitol. They're working in the streets. And so I just want to say your power, this worker power that you're building, is strong and important. You deserve to be safe and respected at work. And it is our responsibility as elected officials to take your stories, to take your experiences, and turn them into action. There's many of us here and far more of my colleagues in the Minnesota legislature and I know in Congress who are listening and are working on legislation. But I just want to tell you about the Amazon warehouse worker bill that we've been working on. And many of you friends have been there to testify. We are working to pass a bill that will help all warehouse workers, but is based on the experience of Amazon warehouse workers that says if you are going to be held to a quota, if the company is going to punish you or hold you accountable for something, they have to tell you what your quota is. They have to tell you what time off task is. We're working to make sure that your rest breaks, your bath break, your religious breaks, they have to make sure and protect those rights. Yes. These are just basic things. You shouldn't have to be in the streets for this.
That's right.
So I just want to say, as someone who's working hard at the Capitol. The only reason that we have made the progress we have, and we have a ways to go, but the only reason we made the progress, we passed this bill the first time it was introduced off the floor of the House, is because of you. So thank you. So I will just conclude by saying this is a moment for all of us to be taking action. The work you're doing here, that you were here in April, as Ilhan said, that you were here 2 years ago, seeing you all at the Capitol with us, the stories you're telling, those are moving and powerful and making change. Keep it up and let's keep fighting.
If we don't get it, shut it down. We don't get it, shut it down. We don't get it, shut it down.
Our final speaker is State Senate Omar Fatah.
If you don't get it, shut it down. I cannot hear you. If you don't get it, shut it down. I am incredibly proud of all of you, and I'm honored to be here. There is power in the workers. You heard your co-workers chanting.
Senator Halkan.
A people united will never be defeated. A people united will never be defeated. What that means is that each and every one of you together are more powerful than the most powerful corporation on this planet. Each one of you together. During the last 2 years of the pandemic, when all of our families were struggling, Amazon was making hundreds of billions of dollars. They were profiting every single year. They weren't doing it on their own. They were doing it because of you. That's why it's not profits over people, it's people over profits. Because without the people, there is no profits. Is that right? Is that right? So the people need a $3 raise. The people demand a $3 raise. We've seen the cost of gas go up. We've seen the cost of food go up. The cost of living go up. We've seen and read that the average families are spending $500 extra every month compared to a year ago. How is that possible with the same wages? How is that possible? How can we expect our parents to pay for food for their kids or their rents? They can't, exactly. And don't let Amazon tell you with their hundreds of billions of dollars that they cannot do it. They can do it. They must respect you. They will value you. And if you don't get it, if you don't get it, if you do not get it, number two, you will respect our religious freedom. You will respect their religious rights. You will give them time off. You will respect the workers. If they need a break, they should take a break. If they need a day off because they're sick, they should get that day off. It is because of them that Amazon is making billions and billions every year. Not millions, billions. So we need each and every one of you to come back and stand together, just like we've seen in April, just like we've seen 4 years ago, demanding for worker rights, demanding for the right to pray. And if Amazon acts up again, we will all be here again. Are you ready to fight? Are you ready to fight? If you don't get it, if you don't get it, if you don't get it, thank you.
Now let's go upstairs to the noise. Let's go tell. Let's show them that we are here. Let's show them that we want what our demands are. Let's go!
All right, so let's have the banners first.
to go, and then we're gonna go right behind the banners.